Hey everyone, this is 15 crazy facts about spiders you might not already know. Number 1, spiders are not actually insects, though for some reason a lot of people believe that they are. Instead of being insects, spiders are categorized as arachnids. And what sets arachnids apart from insects are a few subtle differences. The first difference is the amount of body parts that arachnids have as opposed to insects. Species that are classified as arachnids have two main body parts: a cephalothorax, which is a fused head and thorax, and an abdomen, along with having typically 6 to 8 eyes and 8 legs. While on the other hand, insects only have 6 legs and 2 eyes, and they tend to have 3 body parts. Moving on to number 2, which is pretty insane, spiders can actually eat their own webs and do it pretty often. Believe it or not, there are specific species of spiders that can recycle their own webs by eating it. When their beautiful webs get damaged, they can eat part of the web and get the silk proteins needed to make more silk. They will then use that to rebuild and fix the damaged part of their web. This isn't extremely common though, because most spiders would just leave and not go through the hassle. Moving on to number 3, scientists have discovered and named over 35,000 different species of spiders. And guess what? 3,000 of those species reside in North America. And there are also thousands of species that are believed to not even be discovered yet. And that number purely terrifies me. I don't like spiders at all, given the fact that some of them can get to the size that they get to. I just hate spiders, honestly. I don't know how some of you can actually keep them as pets. However, I love learning new things and I love learning facts, so I have to push myself through this video here. Which takes us to a very interesting one on number 4. Unlike humans who have red blood, spiders actually have blue blood. Alright, let me explain. In human bodies, oxygen in our blood is bound to a molecule that contains iron, and this is what gives our blood a red color. However, that's not how it works for spiders. Their oxygen is bound to a molecule that contains copper, giving their blood a bluish color. That being said, if you ever encounter a spider in your area or house that's large enough to when you smash it, you see its blood, move to a different state, maybe possibly even a different country. Number 5, and this is absolutely terrifying. There are over 100 species of spiders that have evolved to look similar to ants and give off similar pheromones that ants do. So yeah, as terrifying as that sounds, there are some ants that you can be looking at that are actually a spider in disguise. This brings us to number 6, and I'm going to get through this as fast as possible because I don't even want to think about this. There are jumping spiders that can jump up to 50 times their own length. If I ever in my life witness this, that house is getting burned down almost immediately. Moving on to number 7, if you already didn't have enough reasons to never ever visit Australia, here's another one for you. Brace yourself, this is a rough one. There is a rare phenomenon in Australia called spider rain. It rains spiders in Australia. Is this Earth? What world are we living in? Why do people even live in Australia? Why even put yourself in that situation to begin with? Spider rain? Seriously? You wake up, get freshened up, get your morning coffee, open the door to go to work, and it is raining spiders. I say this with the most amount of respect I can possibly say it as. Australia is not a place, and I will never claim Australia as an actual place. It's basically Jurassic Park. Because on top of that, it's not even raining. It's not even the raining spiders that's bothering me. You guys also have animals and stuff that's just twice as big. For what reason? Those giant bird-eating tarantulas? There's tarantulas that eat birds, and they live in Australia, nowhere else. You can keep them, dude. What is that? I will never in my life visit Australia. That's the end of it. Let's move on to another one because I'm getting genuinely irritated. Number 8, the black widow spider, often takes part in cannibalism, and I'm talking about the female one. It's commonly thought that the female Black Widow only consumes her male counterpart after mating to like feed their babies. But no, that's not it. There are some female Black Widow spiders who just enjoy eating their male partners quite frequently. And the funniest thing about this fact is that there are a lot of male Black Widow spiders who just want to be eaten. Scientists have observed certain Black Widow male spiders just offer themselves up to be eaten by the female spiders. Not sure why, but they just like that stuff, I guess. The males offer themselves up to the females and lose everything in the process, and this is something that is actually very common in humans as well. That brings us to number 9, which is actually pretty interesting to me. Spiders don't have ears, and often have poor eyesight as well, but they can still feel vibrations and sense changes in vibrations extremely well, which explains the design of their webs. Instead of having eardrums like humans do, spiders have extremely sensitive hairs on their legs that respond to different types of sounds and vibrations. This brings us into fact number 10. Many spiders don't have the best vision, but they can see ultraviolet light. They have a rare form of vision that extends into the deep violet end of the spectrum, well beyond what people can see. So yeah, they can see things that we can't, basically. Number 11, a female spider can lay up to 3,000 eggs at one time. This is something I actually find pretty interesting, like how different animals give birth. For example, for humans, it's more common to have 1 or 2 children at once, like twins or even quadruplets or sextuplets. But for other species like a spider, you're having 3,000 kids at once. That's insane. Moving on to number 12, there is a species of spider in Central America that is almost fully vegetarian. I'm not even going to try to pronounce this name, so I'm going to leave it right here, and yeah, now you know that's the one. Number 13 is something that just needs to be said. You don't actually swallow spiders in your sleep, just letting you know. It's a myth. It's a very popular myth that you swallow like 4 spiders a year, something crazy like that. That's not true. Spiders will tend to choose places that are less busy. They'll choose places that they're not going to be bothered. That's why there's not always a bunch of spiders setting up camp in your bedroom, because it's a busy area. So they're definitely not going to go in your mouth, bro. They're not going to do that. Do you sleep like a whale, like with your mouth just wide open? You don't. Or I'm praying that you don't, because other things are going to find their way in your mouth, but it won't be a spider though. All right, number 14. We're almost at the end. We are not sure if spiders can dream or enter a deep REM sleep, but scientists have observed some species of spider that can shut themselves down for like 6 months without food. So they can basically, it ain't really hibernating, but they can basically shut themselves down for hibernation and just wake themselves up instantly and just get the ball rolling instantly if they detect food near them. So they probably won't be asleep for those 6 months, but they can just be asleep until food shows up. And here we go, the last fact of the day, number 15. The oldest spider in the world, which was named Spider 16, lived in Australia, of course, of all places, for just about 43 years. And it didn't die from just age. It died from a wasp sting. Once again, I don't think I need to go on this rant again, but why is Australia a real place? Why? Why do people live there? Are you telling me that you have spiders that live 43 years? Are you seriously kidding me? Animals are so weird, dude. Like, spiders can live for 43 years, but like a housefly lives for a week? Like, what? Hey, I know I said 15 facts, but I'm gonna give you guys a bonus fact because it blew my mind. Spiders don't get caught in their own webs because they have self-oiling legs. Just a little tidbit of information there for you. Well, there you have it. Those are the 15 facts that I have for you today, along with a little bit of a bonus one. I hope you really learned from this and were able to take something from this video like I did, because I learned all these facts and it's just something I enjoy doing. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe because it is the best and easiest way to support my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and add what your takeaway was or what the weirdest fact was to you in the comment section.